Hey there, cats and kittens. This week from the video archives is my review of High Fidelity, a Touchstone Pictures film. It was released in 2000 and it was directed by Stephen Frears and based on the book by Nick Hornby. It starred John Cusack as Rob Gordon, Eben Heel as Laura, Jack Black as Barry, Todd Louiso as Dick, and in a very notable supporting role, Catherine Zeta-Jones as Charlie. Now, this is the story of a record store owner, Rob Gordon, who owns kind of an alternative, a small record store, Championship Vinyl. And what this film does is presents kind of his story of his past relationships, because he's just broken up with what he thinks is the one, and Laura. And so he starts making these lists, because he's a list guy. And so he makes a list of past relationships and he revisits them to see, okay, what went wrong? So again, he checks in with the women who he had the relationships with, just find out, why did you break up with me? And it's an interesting kind of story, and it's told in the first-person narrative. Now, John Cusack's character is interesting because at various points of the film, I really couldn't make up my mind whether or not I liked him or not. Because sometimes he was sympathetic, and sometimes I thought he was a real jerk. And I thought, something, yikes, the woman made the right decision by breaking up with him. But what I liked about it is you see him actually grow as a character. So at the end of the film, I decided, something, this is a very relatable human being, very relatable. And so as a result, yeah, I like him. Now, what John Cusack does beautifully is narrate the film. Because, again, it's told from a first-person perspective. And I thought at the end of the film, something, if he would make a wonderful stage manager if he ever chose to be in a production of Our Town. And the way he narrates the film is just really, really nice. And I think if he ever wanted to make some side money, he could probably read books. Again, he has a very nice voice, and he's just a really talented narrator. And so I like that aspect of the film a lot. Now, the supporting performances were really good. I thought Laura was very sympathetic. And, it's funny because of the two, she's kind of the adult in the relationship. And so she actually even has a little bit of a mothering quality to her. I liked Catherine Zeta-Jones because she kind of played like, the girl who, gosh, if I could only date that one. But then you realize as you go, if you do manage to date her, that, okay, she's beautiful on the outside, but she really lacks in spirit. And she's not so pretty on the inside. And she's one of those kind of people who thinks the world revolves around them. And so it's funny because his character, Rob, makes that realization and realizes, something, I'm kind of better off not having wound up with her. Now, I have to say, Jack Black's character, Barry, I found him very abrasive, and I didn't like him. And the way he treated his fellow employee at the record store, Dick, I thought, something, he doesn't deserve it, and you're being a jerk. So, I never really liked him, but I will say this much. Jack Black just oozes stage presence, and it's just very charismatic. And my goodness, what a talented vocalist. He performs a song at the end, and he just kills it. The guy's just really, really talented. Also, speaking of Todd Louiso, again, he's kind of very sympathetic, and he's kind of, they have this kind of forlorn quality. And so when he gets a girl in the film, you just get, yes! Good for you, man. Good for you. The two things I enjoyed most about this film were, number one, the music. Now, this film is about a record store owner, so of course you would expect them to have high-quality music, and they do. And I thought the music used in this film was very eclectic, diverse, and it just really, in the scenes where it needed to, it supported the action. And it really helped with the first-person narrative. But probably, and this is element number 2, the thing I enjoyed most about this film was the cinematography. I thought the cinematographer and the director of photography did an amazing job with using setting as a supporting character. And there were just a lot of scenes where I thought, my gosh, the way they're using the camera angles, the way they're using the background, the lighting choices were just outstanding. And probably my favorite scene out of the entire film was a scene with Rob telling a story from a bridge. And that particular scene was just so well composed. It just really blew me away. So, can I recommend this film? Yes. It's just such a well-composed film that if you just like to see great production values and well-shot scenes and just a well-composed film, then you're going to enjoy this film a lot. It's just really, really good. Alright guys, well I think that's all for now. Take care now. Bye.